Lord Messiah, past Asiatic, knowledge, wisdom, understanding for the mental. Yo, when I enter battles, I slice with golden axes, conquering opponents, winning all my matches, never accept losses. Be the number one boss kid, got rhymes coming by the gallons like they was forced. When I enter battles, I slice with golden axes, conquering opponents, winning all of my matches, never accept losses. Be the number one boss kid, got rhymes coming by the gallons like they was forced. Yo, I'm scientifically brilliant, mentally magnificent, shine with significance, bring truth to your ignorance. Lyrically, I be killing it, physically kinda diligent, claiming no innocence when I become militant. Many try to attempt destroying my development. I take them to daily measurements with no rebellion. To those who acting devilish, your head, I'ma sever it. You can't comprehend, you can't surpass my intelligence. Lord Messiah, Allah, combining 5 elements, showing, proving I'm God, the knowledge be my evidence. Represent the 5%, and even though you high and bent, I came to enlighten your consciousness. Type marvelous, I'm adding on to this. The master, see everything in my circumference. I'll be the dominant, the ultimate narcissist. I'll be conquering the continent. When I enter battles, I slice with golden axes, conquering opponents, winning all of my matches. Lord Messiah, flipping degrees, ripping them C's, the G-O-D. Just I see equality, I be the lyricist that's impossible to conquer. Stop ya like a monster, be the hottest rapper on the roster. Sell more tickets than the opera. You cast the opposite of original imposters. The body rocker, guaranteed to make you move. I show and prove. You choose the battle and get bruised. So smooth, I'm considered magnetic, so energetic. You rappers call me athletic. You call the paramedics when you hear my arrival. I'll be the number one idol, snatching your title. Your style full of lies and confused like the Bible. While you rely on false gods for your survival, that's suicidal. You need to recognize the true divinity, the black man that's been here for infinity.
Peace. Welcome back to the UNI Versal Temple for the sun, planets, moon, and stars. I'll be your Lord of Hosts, Lord Messiah. And today we going into the Declaration for Intent to Use. So what is this all about? So the Declaration for Intent to Use is basically an alternative for you filing or having to pay $600 for a trademark. You know what I'm saying? So basically you would fill out this declaration for intent of use or intent to use, which basically shows and proves that you had the intent to use these marks in commerce before any other entity, business, corporation, what have you, individual, what have you. So basically by you declaring this is basically you have an evidence that you declared this before anyone tried to use that mark in commerce. So therefore it's like a protection on your marks, you know what I'm saying? And there's all kind of marks, you know what I'm saying? So we're about to get into that right now. So I'm going to read this off and then I'm going to break it down, right?
Declaration 4. Intent to use trademarks, service marks, collective membership marks, design marks, word marks, copyrights, symbols, signs, names, sounds, etc. under agreement and scheduled under Trademark Lord Messiah ALLHEL Irrevocable Living Trust copyright.
Right.
Declaratory intent. This declaration.
So everything basically is scheduled under my trademark.
Declaratory intent. This.
And basically all of these trademarks, service marks, collective service marks, all that, all of that is under my trust, Lord Messiah Allah El Irrevocable Living Trust. So all of my trademarks are under my trust. And you know, now we're going into the declaration of intent, the declaratory intent. This
Declaration of intent specifies that the trademark or service mark applicant / holder has a bona fide intention to use the marks in commerce in good faith, and that the U.S. Congress can regulate on or in connection with the goods or services specified in the international application / subsequent designation.
Pause. So now it just said the declaration of intent specifies a trademark holder, you know what I'm saying, or applicant has the bona fide intent to use the mark in commerce in good faith, and the U.S. Congress can regulate in connection to the goods and services, you know, specified in the international application / subsequent designation. So the international application is the next part that you're going to fill out after you fill out this part. And I'm going to go into that in video 2. So after this, you're going to see part 2, which is the certification for international application. So we're going to go into that in part 2. So I'm going to finish this up and make this video real quick. I ain't going to go too long. So that's what it's saying right there.
Declaratory statement for the facts. I, the trademark Lord Messiah, LL copyright, am with the age of the majority, authorize the declaration with the facts herein. As a signatory, I am properly authorized to execute this declaration on behalf of the applicant/holder, the signatory, Lord Messiah Al-Lael, trustee/assignee, being assigned the authority to act on behalf of the or Lord Messiah ALLHEL Irrevocable Living Trust, to be entitled to use the mark in commerce on or in connection with the goods or services specified in the international application/subsequent designation.
Right. So basically, that's a declaration of facts stating that, I'm of the age of majority. I know what I'm doing. I'm authorized to do this, blah, 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 blah. And that everything that's going to be claimed here is the same thing that's going to be claimed in the international application.
I, the Lord Messiah Al-Lael, am with the mental competency to authorize the official declaration statement of facts for the record. Lord Messiah ALLHEL Irrevocable Living Trust shall act as the custodian of records for this declaration stating the intent and facts.
Right, the custodian of records, because all of these trademarks that I'm putting a claim on, they're all held in the schedule of the trust. So therefore the trust itself is the custodian of records for all of these marks. So they can be found there. They're scheduled under the trust, listed as assets of the trust.
I, the Lord Messiah Al-Lael, have the personal knowledge of the facts with this declaration statement of facts. I, the Lord Messiah Al-Lael, bear witness.
And also, I've been using my on Amazon. I've been ordering things on Amazon for years, and when I order things, I order it through the name that's on it is my business name, which is my trust name, Lord Messiah Al-Lael Irrevocable Living Trust. Then it says Lord Messiah Al-Lael. I don't know if I got trustee on there. I don't know, executor maybe. It says something like that. Maybe I need to put executor, trustee, and beneficiary because it's a living trust. But anyway, I've been using that name in commerce for years. So therefore, anybody trying to use that mark, saying I have proof that I've been using that. So therefore, whenever you order something from Amazon, you should put the name of your trust, order it through your trust. So you're showing and proving that your trust is operating in commerce. So when I order my embossing through my trust name, you know what I mean?
A person, firm, corporation, association, or other legal entity has the right to use the mark in commerce, either in the identical form thereof or in such near resemblance thereto as to be likely, when used on or in connection with the goods or services of such other person, firm, corporation, association, or other legal entity, confusion, or to cause mistake, or to deceive.
Right. So in other words, they can't try to alter the name or switch it up or put it in some kind of other way. For example, you get a bill in the mail. Let's say your name is Jack Johnson. They won't say, Dear Jack Johnson. They'll say, Dear Mr. Johnson. Like, I'm not Mr. Johnson. Jack Johnson, not fucking Mr. Johnson. Who the hell is Mr. Johnson? So they'll alter your name, but they'll get you to respond to it. So when you respond to it and say, okay, yeah, I'm going to pay the bill, whatever, you just responded to be Mr. Johnson, which is an alternate account that they made in your name, but somehow they still getting paid. Whether you answered as Jack Johnson or Mr. Johnson, they still got paid. So that's the trickiness that they do, and they deceive people by deceiving your mark. And what they're doing is what's called personage, meaning to purposely or knowingly use someone's name to and everything like that. Nobody else has the right to do it but me. And yeah.
Appointment of Agent Lord Messiah Al-Lael is appointed to act as licensed agent for trademark Lord Messiah ALLHEL Irrevocable Living Trust copyright and has the provision authority to license out the use of any and rights, symbols, signs, names, sounds, etc. under agreement and scheduled under trademark Lord Messiah ALLHEL Irrevocable Living Trust copyright.
Pause. Yeah, so basically this is the declaration for intent of use. After this comes the international application, and we're going to get into that in part 2, so stay tuned. And I'm about to go into that next, so tune in, y'all. On that note, y'all, say peace.